Yeah, Steve, for the first time in some time, the school resource officer position, that is fully staffed within the Wake County Sheriff's Office. That means 23 SROs for the 22 schools they cover. One of them here is Ligon Middle School. This week we got a tour inside this school to see what exactly is being done to keep your kids safe, and a lot of that starts right here. The only hiccup on the first 2 days of dismissal at Ligon Magnet Middle School was the heat. Administrators keeping students inside as much as possible before carpool and buses got rolling for the afternoon.
7 a.m. at the latest.
Christopher Barros is one of the first people inside this Raleigh school and one of the last to leave. Would you call this the fishbowl?
Yes.
Why do you call it that?
That is termed by the principal actually here, Gary Duvall. He calls it a fishbowl because it's all glass right there. You can see straight through and see in.
He's the school's resource officer and has been for nearly 4 years. Your job is to look for the vulnerable positions in this school. Is there one side that is typically that you're looking at more than others? Barros walks the entire school 4 to 5 times a day, and he's just as concerned with the fishbowl as he is the area by the auditorium.
But the main priority, of course, is to make sure that everybody is safe in the school from any form of either external or internal threats.
Wake County Schools has upgraded its visitor programs and door locking mechanisms. They also have a new bag policy at high school sporting events. But threats these days aren't just from people approaching the building.
90% of the issues that come from students that reach my ears probably originated from phones, whether that be social media in general or just students texting one another.
Pandemic was the perfect storm that really drove people even further into the social media world. And so I hate to keep alluding to that, but it really is a foundational piece of what we're dealing with.
Mo Kennedy is the executive director of the National Association of School Resource Officers. He says it doesn't mean those officers are on TikTok and other platforms for 8 hours a day, but that is a key part of the job now.
It's operating at a speed that none of us can completely keep up with. So it's a constant battle.
Kennedy said well-trained officers can find the beginnings of potential incidents before they happen. He pointed me to the Averted School Violence Database, a national nonprofit advocacy and resource center that helps collaboration across the board. It lists the different potential acts of violence that were stopped before they happened, including one outside a Los Angeles school last week, a 13-year-old arrested for making threats on social media.
It takes a community to help all these children.
Barros is involved as any, sharing also his strategy to ensure success.
I just talk to them like I talk to everybody else. You'd be surprised how many students and how many kids that just want to be treated as though they are adults.
The National Association, Stephen Lawrence, says that these folks like Deputy Barros are not security guards. They are trained law enforcement professionals. Wake County has also said in the last couple of weeks they have added more things that maybe you won't necessarily see, like fencing around schools like this and additional cameras to ensure that your kids are safe this new school year. Back to you.